Top of the night, whatever time zone you are on. We are live really quick. Let's get to some digital forensic questions pertaining to Carmelo Anthony situation in the video footage. First of all, many of us have gone through and lived through, let me say lived through the era of footage being presented in a manner that was not forensically sound with the Kendrick Johnson and Kanika Jenkins incidents and atrocities that occurred. So, from a digital forensics perspective, what myself would want to know is, was a forensically sound copy presented and submitted? Where is the chain of custodies? Where's the chain of custodies? Was a forensically sound copy submitted? What was the scope of the person that collected, maintained, and stored the ESI coming from original hard drives that captured the incident? Again, let me say it again. Where's the chain of custody for the ESI, the electronically stored information? Where is the evidence showing that it was a forensically sound copy? Were best practices followed? What is the data policy? What's the typology from those different school buildings? See, I would need to know all of that. And I also, again, what is the scope of the person's background who retrieved, maintained, and stored the data? Hey, Amp, how you doing, Amp? And I'm thinking to myself, because we've been through this before, right, with Kendrick Johnson and Kanika Jenkins, where we've seen um, electronically stored information submitted to courts that were not forensically sound. Again, we want to know, were copies that came from original hard drives retrieved in a forensically sound manner? See, I see people running all over with the footage. I'm not going to run with the footage. And most of you who remember me from Kanika Jenkins and Kendrick Johnson already know that. Some of you are not aware and may not know. However, when it comes to data, I did not collect, store, maintain, or retrieve, so I can't speak to the validity of the footage that's being presented, right? Again, where's the chain of custody? Were best practice followed? Was a forensically sound copy presented in trial, during the trial? And if so, where's the proof? Did hash values match? I mean, I don't know the scope of the person, if any, that collected the data. Where's the data policy? Where's the typology? What's the layout of the schools or wherever they were? I would need to know all of that. Were all the nodes on the network operable that were capturing footage? Also, when the footage is being captured, the data, let me be very clear, let me talk my lingo now. When the data is being captured across the networks, where is it being stored? Is it stored on site or off site? Who's the custodian of the data? Who's the keeper of the data? I also want to know what type of devices were being utilized to capture the data. See, all of these questions I want to know. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Amp. It is in reference to Kamalo Anthony. And thank you, Fire Mama. I was going to get around to it. And now, um, I mean, I can give my perspective from being in the field, and I'm not going to touch the footage until someone can say that uh, or verify that a sound copy is being presented. A forensically sound copy is being presented. I'm not going to use my digital forensic tools to come behind what I already perceive to be um, something that's not probably been authenticated, right? Authentication. If I touch anything, I'm going to have to know that it has been authenticated, and I can take it from there. Oh, okay. Let me read and then I'll get off here. Uh, and again, hello to the people in the bushes. Hey, Amp. Hey, Fire Mama. Okay, Amp, you say you remember you were one of the handful of content creators who helped you realize that that we were spinning our wheels on the Kanika Jenkins footage. Yes, because you can attempt to say some things, but again, has the footage been authenticated? And what's the scope of the person if it has been authenticated? What's the scope of the person's training and background? Was a forensically sound copy presented in court? You know, I'm going to be just quite um, practical and methodical about this. In addition to that, we're looking for authentication. We're looking for forensically sound. We're looking for data policies. We're looking for chain of custodies, and we're looking for best practices. So I have no knowledge because, oh, thank you, Caleb Barker. Okay, so again, I haven't read over anything pertaining to this, but when I do, it will be from a digital forensics perspective. That's the standpoint that I'm going to start with, and I will take it from there as I begin to analyze. Okay, but again, I'm not pulling copies from news media sources because news media is going to have to verify that they have a authentic, it's been authenticated, that it's forensically sound. Okay, or the school can just, the police department could just put uh, forensically sound copies of the hard drive up on the website, and we could go and retrieve like we did for the Kanika Jenkins case and take it from there and find out whether or not it's feasible. All right, you all have a pleasant evening and a pleasant night. I have to get off of here. I will come live tomorrow or tonight, and we'll finish this up. Bye bye, everybody. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and remember to stay actively engaged.